That person used the example of Burger King. Yes, we are looking at a Burger King landing page to prove this point. Alright y'all, it is 2023 and the question that I posed in the last video was, should Microsoft and Sony still be charging to play online? This question actually comes from a bunch of viewers on a video where people were kind of going back and forth saying that this whole video game thing has been going on for a while. Why the heck are they still charging to play online? Since it is vastly the standard now to do most of your gaming online in one way or another. So let's dig into some of the metrics and figure out why some of these game companies would still charge to play online. Now, to some of you, this may seem like a silly question, but for us everyday normal folk who only play a few games, this may seem like a big deal of why am I paying for this thing? So I did a video a little while ago about Xbox Live Gold, costs 10 bucks a month and it lets you play online, gives you different games and all that stuff. And part of this service is letting you play multiplayer games online. But what does it actually take to play online? So there's actually a series of things that have to happen in order for you to actually connect and play online. Let's dig into what a little bit of those are. So right now we're here looking at an old article on IGN. It's saying that the Xbox Live is faster and more reliable than PlayStation Network, and with the Xbox 360, Microsoft has put a ton of work into their network capabilities. So here in the article it says that Xbox Live has a better score for login time for network connection. So you got to connect to the network, a login time to game servers, because you got to get to that specific server for whatever game you're playing. Uninterrupted play and then matchmaking. Ability to join gameplay with friends and share achievements, as well as the quality of sound for voice chat. So this means, number one, that you've got to have a decent network connection. And it's just not your home internet connection. The connection on the other side has to be a good one as well. So Microsoft has to have a good network on their end, which we all know that they do. Number two, you've got to have a good server that is up and running to actually connect to. Each one of these games that you play online has their own dedicated server if it's a larger size game. These servers have to be able to support millions of players at a time. Right now we're here looking at a statistics website, and this says the number of Xbox players has grown to 120 million, up from 40 million in 2016. There has been a growth of 80 million consistent Xbox players online. Well, how the heck do they expect to support 120 million people at once? Well, there's a really good chance that not all 120 million people are online all at the same time. Hey, if you guys found this video useful, consider subscribing to the channel. It really does help out, but it doesn't change the fact that this is substantial growth and these servers have to be supported in order for you and me to play our games. Well, you might say, but yeah, Microsoft already has all these servers. They still have maintenance costs. They still have IT people that need to maintain them. They have all their electricity costs, their storage costs, and whenever new technologies come out, Microsoft is on the cutting edge of maintaining these things, which means that your and my game, for the servers that we play on and connect to, are going to need continual updating. So there's that upgrade fee. So we have our network, we have our servers, and now we need to do matchmaking. So whether this is a fighting game or an MMO or a run and gun shooter or a beat 'em up, it doesn't matter. There has to be a software service there that's going to pair players together. And this is another layer of what it takes to actually play online. And then we have the ability to join gameplay with friends, share achievements, and the quality of voice chat. So you might think this is the same thing as matchmaking, but it's actually not. For example, I play the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Shredder's Revenge game pretty regularly online. You guys can actually catch me there, LeapYearBear, if you'd like to play with me online. It is a fantastic TMNT beat 'em up game with up to 6 players. People continually drop in and out, and the game shares achievements and supports voice chat. And like I said, this is not the same as a matchmaking. A matchmaking can be a 1v1 for a simple 2-player game like a fighting game, or something a lot more expansive like Call of Duty Warzone that supports up to 150 players. So you have your teams over here and your teams over here, and then they meet into a match. But all the people that are on team 1 have to get paired together, all their chat functions have to work, and the same thing has to happen for the people over here on this side. Yes, live long and prosper, indeed, absolutely. And just to be honest, all of this takes a lot of horsepower to do. I think the exception to the rule that a lot of people kind of got introduced to gaming online was actually Fortnite. Now, Fortnite is actually absolutely free to play online, but Fortnite is supported in a different way, and those are microtransactions. So for everything that you're playing online, somebody is supporting it financially somehow. Is it possible to have a game that's completely free to play online? Well, yeah, of course, but the company company that makes that game is footing the bill rather than you and me. Usually in those situations where it's a smaller game, those servers do not last. I personally am subscribed to Game Pass Ultimate. It comes out to just over $16 every single month in order to have all these features. Tons of games, online server support, new things being added all the time, deep discounts. One of the comments I read in support of a paid online subscription was somebody actually saying, hey, just skip eating out once a month and you can easily afford this. That person used the example of Burger King, and here it is right here on Burger King's landing page. Yes, we are looking at a Burger King landing page to prove this point. You get $3 off any $15 plus BK delivery order. So there you have it right there, absolute proof. Instead of spending $15 at your local Burger King, you can spend that same money, subscribe to Game Pass Ultimate, by simply skipping one eating out meal a month. A real simple comparison for all this is comparing the cost and the service that you get between Xbox, PlayStation, and Nintendo. IHS Markit did a study way back in 2016 showing that Microsoft is superior to the PlayStation in all of their connectability features. This is a whole article that I will put a link in the description for if you really want to dig into all the details with this. Xbox servers are massively better than Nintendo Switches. When I owned a video game store, we hosted Smash Bros competitions every single week. One of the biggest complaints that I would always hear Smash players say is that it was terrible to try to play online because the reliability for Nintendo servers is just really not there. Having played a lot of Smash Bros online myself, I have a first-hand experience to say that yes, this is absolutely true for Nintendo. So should Microsoft and Sony and Nintendo still be charging for these features? I personally think that the value is there, and I will happily continue to keep paying this subscription service to maintain an extremely reliable gaming network that supports all the games that I love. The cost to value ratio is extremely reasonable for what you get. If you want a reliable network that is going to connect you to where you need to be, pair you up with your friends, give you all the matchmaking, chat features, achievements, be consistently supported with new technologies, and give you a stable and consistent gameplay, then yes, absolutely, they should be charging for it. If there's a topic or a question that you guys have, leave the questions in the comments, and I will absolutely tackle what is on your mind relating to anything Xbox. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.